Elon Musk steps onto the stage, but this time, he's not launching rockets. He's launching questions that could rewrite everything you thought you knew about Jesus, history, and the origins of faith. Imagine holding in your hands a 2,200-year-old scroll, so powerful it shook the foundations of religion and still sparks controversy today. Most people never get this close to the raw truth. A truth hidden for centuries, locked in a cave, and only now making its way to the light. Is it prophecy, coincidence, or something even stranger? If you're tired of watered-down answers and crave a story that challenges what you believe, you're in for a revelation that's as bold as it is ancient. Ready to see the past through the eyes of a disruptor, and maybe discover the secret that could change the way you see yourself forever. Some treasures aren't made of gold or silver. They're made of ink and parchment, hidden away in the silent shadows of history. The Isaiah Scroll is one of those rare finds, the oldest, most complete biblical manuscript ever uncovered, dating back over 2,000 years. Imagine that. Someone centuries before Christ, carefully copying every line, every word, as if they knew the future would be hungry for their wisdom. This scroll isn't just a fragile relic, it's like a whisper from the ancient world, reminding us that stories, especially the big, mysterious ones, tend to survive when nothing else does. People today still marvel at how such a simple scroll could outlast empires, disasters, and even the ambitions of kings. Now, the Isaiah Scroll isn't just old, it's a map to a world most of us barely imagine. Found in the Qumran caves near the Dead Sea, it opens a window into the daily life, hopes, and beliefs of the Jewish people during the Second Temple period. The text contains the complete book of Isaiah, including that haunting chapter 53, the suffering servant part that would go on to ignite endless debates. If you've ever wanted proof that the past has a habit of reaching into the present and shaking things up, just look at the journey of this scroll. But as we peek inside its ancient lines, the story only gets stranger because its meaning has set off ripples, both sacred and scandalous, that still shape our world today. Picture the scene: a desert, a lost cave, and a young shepherd stumbling on a clay jar holding a manuscript that predates Christianity itself. This find isn't just a lucky break. It's the universe nudging us to dig deeper, to wonder what else might be sleeping beneath centuries of dust. The Dead Sea Scrolls, with the Isaiah Scroll at their heart, change the way scholars look at history, religion, and the roots of faith. They shine a light on how much we still don't know and how much there is left to explore. Sometimes all it takes is a simple twist of fate, a sheep wandering off, a stone thrown by a bored teenager, to rewrite the story of humanity. You can almost feel the tension when historians and believers meet around these texts. The Isaiah Scroll, especially chapter 53, is a battleground of interpretation. Christians see a prophecy about Jesus, rejection, suffering, redemption, almost as if the story was written in advance. For critical scholars, this text is more like a mirror. It reflects how ancient stories are reimagined by every new generation. Either way, the manuscript sits there, silent and unchanging, while the world argues all around it, maybe grinning in ancient parchment at all our modern fuss. And then imagine this: Elon Musk, the tech world's very own disruptor, stepping onto the stage, not just to launch rockets, but to launch a whole new conversation about ancient wisdom. Musk isn't content to just marvel at the Isaiah Scroll as a relic. He sees it as a living metaphor. For him, chapter 53 isn't locked to one religion or moment in time. It's the story of every big idea that faces ridicule, resistance, and near defeat before it shakes the world. In Musk's eyes, rejection isn't just pain. It's the beginning of all transformation. He'll tell you, sometimes with a sly grin, that the Isaiah Scroll is as much about progress as prophecy. Great innovations, whether spiritual or technological, always start as fragile, misunderstood, and fiercely opposed. If you've ever felt that your dreams were too much for the world, you're in pretty good company. The trick, Musk suggests, is to keep pushing, keep building, and, when the moment is right, let your own scroll outshine the noise. In a way, everyone is the suffering servant of their own wild, world-changing vision. But let's step back into the caves for a second, because the mystery doesn't end with a single scroll. The Dead Sea Scrolls include everything from community rules to forbidden books like Enoch, texts that most people never even knew existed. Scholars still argue, were they hidden by the Essenes, those mystical desert dwellers, or by secretive priests fleeing chaos? No one can say for sure, and that uncertainty only deepens the intrigue. It's like every scroll you unroll just leads to another locked door. As more fragments come to light, the stakes only get higher. Each manuscript is a puzzle piece, a clue to how real people lived, hoped, and wrestled with the big questions of life and meaning. You might even find yourself wondering, what texts are still hidden out there, just waiting for someone curious or stubborn enough to go looking? In the age of information, maybe the real adventure is learning to ask better questions, not just gather more answers. Today, the Isaiah scroll sits under tight glass in Jerusalem, inside the shrine of the book. Its value is split between the spiritual and the historical, a treasure claimed by religions, nations, and even pop culture. The scroll's meaning is still fiercely debated, and its ownership, spiritual, political, or otherwise, remains a hot potato tossed between hands that rarely agree. But that's the thing about relics. The more people fight over them, the more mysterious and powerful they seem to become. So what can someone take from all this? Maybe it's that the real treasures aren't just preserved in museums, but in the way they change us. The scroll's story isn't over. It keeps unfolding with every generation that's brave enough to question what they've been told. Curiosity is contagious, after all. And when you start pulling on the threads of history, you never know what new worlds you'll uncover. In the end, the real spark isn't in the ancient ink, but in the questions it inspires. Isaiah 53, whether you read it as prophecy or poetry, points us to a truth bigger than any single story. That pain can become purpose, and that transformation almost always comes wrapped in mystery. What if every step forward, every innovation, every leap of faith starts with a little courage to face the unknown? Maybe the past isn't just something behind us. Maybe it's the secret fuel for everything we're meant to build next. Which, of course, leads us right back to the beginning. A dark cave, a forgotten scroll, and the world's most unexpected storytellers, still waiting for someone with the curiosity to listen. Now, after all this, what will you do with the keys you've just been handed? Will you let ancient secrets gather dust in your mind, or will you use them to challenge your own beliefs and maybe even rewrite your personal story? Which scroll are you hiding inside? And what if opening it is the first step to real change? History rewards the curious and the courageous, so what question will you dare to ask next? If this journey sparked even a flicker of curiosity, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and keep exploring with us, because the real adventure is only just beginning.